Let's talk money. Came across a story by the New York Post, which was interesting. And TikTokers reveal grocery store life hacks is skyrocketing. Inflation sees prices nearly double. Young Americans are venting their frustrations. This comes from New York Post, like I said, about inflation. And these viral TikTok videos, venting his anger on TikTok. An influencer by the name of World of Brian asked his audience to guess how much he spent on 5 basic grocery items. He then revealed a receipt from Target in a median size city suburb, and it amounted to $51.05. And going through some of the numbers, yada, 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 said people are making some really scary decisions. And another viral clip, influencer Woods owned, that's his name, posted proof inflation will ruin us all. And looking at the cost of living, looking at some of this stuff, pricing. So you're seeing these TikTokers finally come to terms with the fact that, well, it costs a lot more to just live on, basic stuff. Now, this is the part where it's not a black pill. We just need to be honest. I'm not saying, I'm willing to bet some of these guys are economically literate, some of these TikTokers for sure. I'm willing to bet a lot of these people have absolutely no idea what's the cause of inflation. And I can almost guarantee that a lot of these guys advocate and have advocated for policies that directly attribute to less money. Let's say this, well, their buying power, less buying power, right? Because, you having to spend more to get less. And that's the part that gets me. It's like, okay, now everybody understands it. All the folks like myself go watch my old For Canon's Sake episodes, and I'm sitting here screaming about this damn issue. And there was something that happened in 2020. Let's talk about it, because the quote unquote left did lead the charge on this, but the Republicans were in on it too, including that orange guy. Oh, yeah, we got to go there. Guys, we have to be honest. If we're going to bitch and moan about inflation, let's be honest to the people that contributed to this issue. It is something that's the Treasury in combination with the Federal Reserve as far as how inflation works. But there was something that went down in 2020, going into 2021 as well. And I remember even getting pushback from, you get these conservatives, right? Because they would say this just absolutely had to happen. Government was tying the people's hands behind their back, so they had to do something. And I remember screaming, just every episode like this is the worst thing you can do. You know why? Because you had this moment of time where you had the least economic sort of productivity. Okay, people weren't allowed to work as much. Hell, it was illegal in some cases for them to work in the same capacity it was that they were before. So during this time of just economic inactivity, you also, on the other hand, at the same time, printing all this money that you didn't have. Now, granted, this is what the government does. Federal government does this all the time. It's called deficit spending. Every other spending bill it is that they come up with fiscal year, it is going to account for money that they already. This is why I say the Congress is a band full of criminals, because even on an odd day, on an odd year, it doesn't matter if there's a quote unquote pandemic going on. These guys are going to knowingly spend money that they don't have and they can't account for. They know money that they're going to, they try to, let's say, guess how much money they can't, these idiot economists can't possibly predict it, how much they're going to spend. They're always going to overspend anyway. And they already account for it and say, hey, we're going to spend X amount of billions of dollars that we already know that we don't got. So they already do that year to year anyway. But what you had is these under the stimulus sort of packages or whatever it is that you want to call it, to combat this crap. They were spending, I don't think people understand how much money, how many zeros that is, $1 trillion. You don't even flinch, right? You don't even flinch. So this is money that was already unaccounted for. They just said, hey, we don't have it, but we got it at the same time. So let me go here real quick. So the country that is already in the red, all the damn time saying, hey, we're going to add trillions of more dollars. Not billions, just billions, not millions, trillions of dollars. And they get in on it. They vote. You got a couple of guys that may vote against it. And yeah, maybe those guys have R's next to their name. But hey, even Orange Man, hey, I'm signing off on all this shit. And then everybody's like, oh, what's happening? What the inflation? And by the way, whatever they say that the rate is a lie. You know, you've been spending money. You got your costs have gone up 50%. Whatever the hell they're saying that the inflation rate is bogus. You can bet your bottom dollar you probably should go ahead and triple that, quadruple that, because it's way more than what it is that they're reporting. It's out of control. There was something it is that happened then, and I've told you guys this is something that you're going to be feeling the effects for a very long time. But because everybody's so narrow-minded and so short-sighted, it's like we'll do whatever we need to do right now. In the worst time, that was a worse solution. Oh, yeah, government's tying people's hands behind their back. Let's just give everybody a bunch of money. What the you ain't got the money. It's not there. It was the worst thing you could have did. The best case scenario was say, all right, well, maybe these policies it is that we've advocated or it is that we've implemented that's preventing people from working. That shouldn't be a thing, right? But the solution isn't to, oh, yeah, just give everybody a bunch of money. We made them stay at home and all this other good stuff because there's a virus that was going around that had a 99.9% survival rate. So we're just going to go ahead and just print a bunch of money that isn't there. And then that hurts everybody, top to bottom, from employers to employee. Doesn't matter who it is that you are, you hurt. Because you go down to the store, groceries, to get not just, paying for like elective stuff it is that you need. And you see how much it costs because these idiot socialistic morons seem to think that companies are just going to keep prices the same way that they were before, considering that their money isn't going as far either. It just blows my damn mind that people get surprised at that. Like, why would they charge more? Why is the person charging more for rent? Or why is this like the landowner or whoever it is, the building owner? Or why is it that so-and-so product that is produced that is something that you need, maybe it's food or whatever it may be, is charging more? I don't know. Their money isn't going as far either. You think they're just going to eat the cost? You idiot. So they make less? It's just one of those things that is avoidable, and you see the obvious solution to these problems, and then you feel like the only sane person in the room. You got a bunch of guys that everybody goes and votes for every 2 years that are Congress folk voting on all of these silly bills, crippling their own people, and these fools are around clapping like seals, and you're just looking around like, do y'all not understand the ramifications here? Of course not, because everybody's leading with damn emotion. It's an unfortunate thing. That was such a disaster. Like, guys, we're going to be feeling this for a very long time. I'm not saying that that's the only thing that's contributing to this inflation. No, this is a fundamental issue just with going into the deficit, spending how the government spends money, going into the fact that, again, the Federal Reserve in combination with the Treasury allows them to, just print money just willy-nilly. That's how it works. You're able to monetize debt. And that's a problem, right? So they're selling off assets of unborn people actively. Yeah, any year. It doesn't matter if it's a pandemic or not. That's a problem, and why your money is not going to go as far. But you were faced with something, and you did the absolute worst thing you possibly could have did. And now everybody's like, ooh. And that's the thing that sucks. Oh, inflation is out of control, and you're still going to get idiots that think that the damn president or somebody is the one that's going to resolve the problem. It's like you still don't get it. And that's the thing that sucks. Alpha Core #1's pre-order is live. Written by the legendary Chuck Dixon and penciled by Joe Bennett. Visit Rippaverse.com to grab a copy and any of the merchandise items. Be sure to also check out the animated trailer for the campaign, which is the latest project from Rippaverse Studios. Y'all be easy.